Hello friends, this video on Kingdom Animalia part 24 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So let us start with Agnatha. So what are Agnatha? These are the jawless fishes. That means they are without jaws. Now most of the species of this category are extinct, very few exist. So the few which exist now are the cyclostomes, and that is why we have a class called cyclostomes under this category Agnatha. So this is how they look like. Here if you see, there are no jaws. So if you look at the mouth part, there are no jaws present. So the teeth are present directly on the tongue. So these are one of the primitive vertebrates. They do not, even though they look like a fish, but they do not have paired fins. They do not have shoulder. They do not have ribs. So all those things are missing in these jawless fishes. They have a cylindrical body. Notochord exists throughout their life. So they have that cord-like structure throughout their life. Gills are absent, as you can see here. The gills are absent. Scales are absent. As you can see on this body of fishes, you can see those scales, right? But here you do not see those scales. Parasitic mode of nutrition, that is, they feed on other aquatic small organisms. So if you compare it with a normal fish, what do you see? What are the things that are missing? The fins are missing. Gills are missing. So all those things are missing. They do not have a jaw as well. So this is Agnatha. Now in this we will talk about the very few which still exist. As I said, most of them have already become extinct. The very few which exist, they fall under the class Cyclostomata. So we will talk about Cyclostomata here. So they are aquatic, mostly marine, mostly sea fishes. Parasitic in nature, that is, they feed on other living organisms. Elongated body, jaws are absent, circular mouth which acts as sucker. So this circular sucker mouth actually helps in feeding on other organisms because they can directly suck that other organism. So it helps in sucking the prey or paralyzing the prey. But the jaws are absent. So here in this picture you can see how it looks like. Paired fins are absent. Scales are also absent. Vertebral column is cartilaginous. So it is made up of cartilage. So look at the examples of Cyclostomata. Lamprey. So here this structure actually shows the internal structure of the mouth. So the mouth is circular in nature and it is sucker type. So the teeth is present directly inside the mouth. There are no jaws present. Hagfish is another example of Cyclostomata. Let us talk about the organ systems of Cyclostomata. Talking about digestive system, they do not have a stomach. So the stomach is absent. So what happens here? The food pipe directly goes to the intestine, because in normal cases what happens? Food pipe goes to the stomach. From stomach the food enters the intestine. But in this case the food pipe directly goes to the intestine because there is no stomach. Next is the respiratory system. So the respiratory system, they do not have gills, but they do have gill slits. Here you can see the gill slits present. So the slits which are present here. So 6 to 15 pairs of gill slits are present on the body and they help in the exchange of gases and in the process of respiration. Talking about the circulatory system, it is closed type, that is, they have the blood vessels and blood flows through those blood vessels. Two-chambered heart is present. So what do we mean by two-chambered heart? A heart with two chambers, one auricle and one ventricle. We will talk about the functioning of these two-chambered heart, three-chambered heart in detail in the next slide. Excretory system. A pair of kidneys are present. Talking about the nervous system, cranium and vertebral column are cartilaginous. So the composition of the nervous system is mostly of cartilage. Cranial nerves are also present. So quite developed nervous system. Reproduction, sexes are separate, direct or indirect development. So in some of them a larval stage may be involved, while in others it can be a direct development without any involvement of a larval stage. So this was all about Agnatha and Cyclostomata. So let us now talk about Gnathostomata. So that is the other category. So one category was the jawless fishes, that is Agnatha, and the other category of the vertebrates were the fishes with jaws, so that is Gnathostomata. So these are the vertebrates with jaws. So jaws are present. They can be aquatic or terrestrial. These are again further divided into two superclasses, that is Pisces and Tetrapoda. So these are the two groups again into which they are divided. Now on what basis are they divided? They are divided on the basis of the presence of limbs. So in the first category, that is Pisces, limbs are not present and they are all aquatic. The second category, Tetrapoda, limbs are present and they are not necessarily aquatic. They can be terrestrial. Some of them can also live in water. But the first category, that is Pisces, they are all aquatic. So based on their habitat, they have been classified into these two superclasses, that is Pisces and Tetrapoda. So now we will discuss about each of these in detail. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more videos, attempt free online test, get free study material, find tutors and mentors. Thank you once again.